on that first drive. Let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, they went 3 and out that first time, as you just saw, and they go on the ground to start out possession in a win against Baylor. Give it to him again on second down, and there's
touchdown passes as a freshman. Not the biggest guy, not the strongest arm, but he plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
Gets rid of it quick. A very young group. Matt Campbell told us, as young as we've ever been. Pressure comes on Becht, and he stands in and fits
just a little bit better.
And Bramer hung on, 6'7" true freshman, and now Sanders up. Connected with Bramer that time. And now from the 41, pressure out the edge, and Becht has nowhere to go.
Oh yeah, Kansas did a really nice job in coverage of rallying to all the throws and making sure he had nowhere to go. And they brought 2 guys off the edge. So Becht
on third down and a dozen from the 35. 4-man rush. Becht gets it out quickly and incomplete to the edge.
Out here in Ames, Iowa.
With the final second of this first quarter on a first down carry for Cartavius Norton, who springs to this
battle. We got to get some type of run game established, but I thought we were able to create some big plays. But as you can see,
trying to establish the ground game. Give it to Norton again. He tries to shake to the edge, and Norton gets
yards this year.
And unable to find those rushing yards so far. So third down and 12, and back to the sideline, and Higgins.
So you're going to see here, Rocco Becht does a nice job. Great drop, in rhythm, makes the throw.
And Ames early on in the second quarter. Chris, Robert, and Mike with you. And a handoff straight ahead.
Throwing the football because they are attacking that running game.
Becht is throwing here. Quick one, and he's picked! Mello Dotson off to the races! Another
6 in 2 weeks? Man, whatever this guy's doing, let me get some of that. Rocco just misses the throw up the field. When you throw those hitch routes, you got to put on. It's so close to not getting the touchdown, but still, big return.
Instead of 83, it's 52, and it's on the ground with Eli Sanders. And second down and 9. Becht pulls it, throws it. Wanted Bramer. Today, Matt, we welcome you back to Ames. Big third down and 9 for Iowa State, and Rocco Becht, who gets dropped for a sack.
Man, they said they wanted to put this Iowa State offense in true passing situations. And there you see Rich Miller right down
for Iowa State, trailing by 14 at home. Go to the air with Becht, and he spins away, gets it off to the sideline.
As he did with the little spin move backdoor action. Watch him right here. Goes with the play action fake. He has his feet underneath him. We've said this is not a drop back throwing the ball team, but right now they look like that's what they're going to try to do to get back in it.
Set up a screen to
the top.
And you said it, they're trying to make Rocco Becht throw it. So he's come out throwing on 3 straight as he swings it out to the edge. And a sure-handed tackles for loss now for the Kansas defense, and it sets up third down and 13. Pressure comes. Becht escapes, takes off, and Becht for this Iowa State offense. 4-man rush. Becht wanted a quick one. He takes off, and Rocco Becht pushing.
We know that Jalen Knoll is their third down guy, and that's exactly where Rocco Becht starts. But because the coverage is there, he tries to.
Keller's long this season, just 44. So now 38 seconds. Becht to the air. Quick. Second down and 6. Becht zips one incomplete. Now third down.
They need points here.
They've won 4 of their last 5. On third down, they set up a screen. Carson Hansen with room, and he gets to.
Just gives your team a little bit of momentum, but puts you in favorable down and distances. Here we go.
Becht's elusive, throws to the sideline, and he's from the 41. Becht rolls out. He throws, and he's got Stanley.
And we hope he certainly gets up from that hit. But right here, you're going to see Rocco Becht scan left to right on the football field, get out and create. And he's seeing it clearly right now because have to try to throw anything on the sidelines. Try to get this one in the end zone if you can.
Pressure comes. Becht eludes it, got it away. And in.
We're going to depict it for you right here on the replay. You're going to see Rocco Becht drop back to throw. That, you know, bodes a tough physical affair, but they have looked very impressive this year.
Completion to the outside side. Jaden Higgins, those are the top 2 wideouts. On the ground with Eli Sanders at 31 rushing yards for Iowa State. Becht sidestepping and throwing across hits the middle. Slobber knocker from RG3 tonight. Back to under some pressure and goes down. For Kansas's quarterback, Jason Bean, in the first half, if you're just joining us. 5-man rush. Dimitri Stanley on the crosser.
3rd and 10, which is unbelievable.
Pressure. Quick access. And out of the backfield, Norton.
They continue to try to throw the football. The one thing that keeps getting lost in translation is the running backs. Kansas comes off the edge, and right there, Rocco Beck notices it.
Trying to get Iowa State going. They're in the plus territory from the 39, and here is the physical Norton with a flag down, probing for 6 minutes to go in the third. And Iowa State backs up into 1st down and 20, and a quick throw, and there is Higgins. He got met. 9 in black, top of your screen. Norton searching, and again, not much running room for Cartadius.
Find that one-on-one matchup and give him a post deep down the field. But that's the offensive coordinator's job, not Rocco Beck's.
On 3rd and long, it's Stanley. Off to the races. And Iowa State converts.
Have you noticed a trend? Whenever Rocco Beck gets outside the pocket, he seems to be dropping dimes on this Kansas defense. And right there, Dimitri Stanley is making plays, gets vertical in a hurry. You'd love to see that from your wide receivers.
And now Eli Sanders on a direct snap. 3 and 2 in the conference. It's a give to Sanders. Running lane. Touchdown.
I mean, what an amazing play. You're going to see big body right here. Pull around. And Eli Sanders just follows his blocker. Kicks out the outside guy. Stretches it to the edge. Gets that.
How about this? They're going to try to cut the deficit to 10. Give to Sanders. Bounces it. Sanders.
Let's see if they do the same thing here on this drive.
Give it to Eli Sanders, running behind Steve Klotz, and Sanders with that speed again to the edge, banging off a tackler. We welcome you back to Ames, Iowa, as we start the 4th with Iowa State backed up, and they sling it out to Jalen Knoll. Breaks the tackle, but trailing by 10 against number 21 Kansas. Rocco Beck takes the short one to Dimitri Stanley, and he gets hooked.
One of these middle-of-the-field routes with the 2 high safety look.
On 3rd down and 12 against a 4-man rush, he does go to the middle of the field and a 1st down.
I've said it and I'll say it again. Rocco Beck is seeing the field really, really well since he threw that pick 6. At first, he thought he needed a sprint.
Things perfect here out of halftime. That was for 18. And now Eli Sanders with running room. Redshirt freshman who has been up to the task here in the 2nd half. Sanders left side and
7. They're just trying to wear them down so that later in this game he can pop a big one.
Here's Knoll. He can throw it. Knoll downfield. Higgins!
Yards. I said they needed to get Higgins a little bit more involved, but watch this. Throw it to Jalen Knoll, and he finds
Knoll to Higgins. And now in the red zone, it's Sanders. Turning the redshirt freshman at the controls. Sanders searching for some yards. Back to the left of Rocco Beck. Cartadius Norton on the ground, and he's got a 1st down. It's gone over 6 minutes. And now on the 11th play, in the hands of Beck to his tight end.
I'm telling you guys, Rocco Beck is seeing it great. Comes out here, he works outside in, knows that he's got.
Himself.
Familiar because we ran that when I was in college.
Now Iowa State's got it, and they're down by 10, and they go with Eli Sanders for a good steal stuff, like any good play caller does. Maybe got it from Baylor. Back to the air. He's taking a deep shot down the sideline and a flag in this half. 9 plays, 75 yards for a touchdown, 12 for 90 and a touchdown. And after the penalty, Cartadius
in the flat that went for a big game, and they're actually trusting Beck to make plays using his arm.
Here he is, making one to Daniel Jackson. Inside.
But you look up and maybe all of a sudden he's got a couple big plays out of nowhere.
Direct snap Norton for comparisons from his head coach to Brock Purdy, who's here tonight. Rocco Beck. End zone and in.
Woo! Craig Young. Right here, you see more times than not when you have a linebacker weeks, but you watch the tape, he's been playing his tail off.
3rd down. Beck scrambles and Beck gets dragged down.